Hello, hello. How you doing? Oh, I hope you enjoy my channel. If my other channel, Angie's The Spiral Times, did so well, I mean, I've got like some videos with like 7,000 views, and a lot of the videos did really well. I got a bunch of people following in that. I just stopped working on that channel because it became its own organism, And so now I wanted to do this one because this one, Rostowich, is one that I can just continue to do forever to keep me busy. It's not monetized. I'm not interested in making money. It's just mostly it's just because I need something to do. It's kind of like beating boredom, and also because I'm driven to fight my enemies. How there's like fight or flight. I'm a fight person. And there's a lot of things about today that need to be fought. But also it's about giving options to good people. Everybody's so loud on both sides of the argument that what about just kind of the people is just trying to live their lives and be good people. So I can hear them. Who are you to say you're a Rastafarian? That's a black people thing. I mean, guess what? I've been a Rasta for 25 years. 25 years. A lot of you weren't even born. I've been a Rasta your whole life since before you were born, probably. And do you know how many hundreds and hundreds of times I've been accused of not, of that? That's just, yeah, I've thought of that before. There was a time when I was in a relationship with a black person, and the world, I became aware of how racist the world was. Every day there was people, like my eyes were open and I was like, holy cow. I mean, I knew racism existed, but I actually didn't realize how bad it was. And until I was walking down the road hand in hand with a black person, and seeing everybody so upset about it, and then hanging out with my Mormon family, and they're like using the N-word in front of me, and I'm like, what? Just like there's a whole bunch of things happened, and I needed answers, and that was why I went that direction. Also, cannabis is the conversion tool of Rastafari. Also, I knew, I had a history with drugs and I needed to use the better choice, cannabis. So it had everything that I needed at the time. At this point, I know too much. Now I know that Haile Selassie is the only logical choice, in my opinion. And I realize everything's a perspective, and I don't think there's such a thing as one answer. I think all roads lead to Rome, and we're all just trying to get home, and home is the same place. It's world peace and unity and diversity. And it's going beyond being human centric. It's arriving to human centric in the first place, and then going beyond that, where you're eco-centric. Where the color of a man's skin is of no more significance than the color of his or her eyes. And so the ticket to being a white person and being a Rasta is just that Rastafari is named after Haile Selassie, the Ethiopian emperor, and he was by all means not a racist, and he did love white people. He wasn't, the racial issues wasn't his, it wasn't his big concern. But helping black people because he's from a black people country. I mean, it gets complicated and everything like that, but Selassie himself becomes your ticket. Say, hey, everybody, can you deny that Selassie would love me? We all know that Selassie would love me, so just shut up, But then what I actually did was I founded my own religion, really, called the Yan Sui Rasta. Because Rasta is it's kind of like Christianity. There's a million branches of Christianity. There's also a million branches of Rasta, and they don't all disagree. They can differ quite a bit. And so I started my own branch just for myself, so that nobody could tell me what I have to do, what I should or shouldn't do, or should or shouldn't believe, you know, the Yan Sui Rasta, you know, hey, that you're a different kind of Rasta. I'm a Yan Sui Rasta, you know. Do you even know what the Yan Sui Rasta believes? Well, if you're wondering that, then you're in the right place. Subscribe and enjoy. And also notice that my perspective on Rastafari is very much a white perspective. I'm a white person, you know, I'm Franco-Anglo-American, and I believe that's modern day Manasseh, you know, and I go over all that. I believe that black people are modern day Judah, and I go over all that. You definitely want to check out the early Rastafarian history one. You know, if you're like upset about any of this, then why don't you educate yourself on Rastafari? Who was the first Rastafarian? Do you even know? When did it start? Why did it start? You know, go ahead and check out early Rastafarian history. It's my playlist, easy to find. And educate yourself on what Rasta is, and how white people did branch off, and it's very much affected white people. And there's Chinese Rastas, there's Rastas all over the world. I mean, Rasta is what Bob Marley was. There's Bob Marley fans all over the place saying Jah and calling God Jah and blah blah blah. There's a million people just like me, you know. It started out a black liberation movement, but at this point it's just so big and everything like that, especially now with the advent of the Yan Sui Rasta.